Artificial intelligence is everywhere, and everyone is saying, learn it now, or it will be too late, or it's already too late, and there is just now despair. But it is not true. You can still learn artificial intelligence, and you still have a lot of time. And I think you have time until 2026 or 2027. So you have 2, 3 years to learn AI. It's not too late. And how I want to make that case in this video. So, there are this journey of why I think you have time until 2026. It's divided into 6 points, 4, 5 points. First is like this, deconstructing why everyone thinks that time is running out and what is the impact of that. So, starting from there and making a point that no, don't worry, it's yet to bloom, its time has yet to come. And I'm going to give proof of why it is yet to come. And once you are convinced, oh, there is time to learn, then you need a learning plan to learn. Then that's the third point. So I'm gonna give a learning plan, a actionable one for you to learn AI. Just get started. And then, what are the problems one faces while learning AI? I know them really well. I have been a trainer since 2016. I have known a lot of people struggling to get into data science. I have myself gotten into artificial intelligence 2 times, not 2 times, 3 times, I would say. First, in 2015, when I learned machine learning, I didn't learn it that well. Then I got into Google and I learned deep learning then, but I didn't learn it that well too. And now back again at 2022, that's when I have truly started to master AI. So, I know all about the problems myself also, and by looking at all the students also. So, finishing up with how to aid your learning. So let's start with the first point, which is fear about artificial intelligence replacement. Elon Musk keeps saying AI is going to replace us all, or there are so many conflicting things happening. Let me tell you, first thing, our intelligence is so complex that artificial intelligence is not at all close to how powerful and how efficient we are. Our brain operates at a power less than a clock operates on. And our brain is million times faster at doing things than even a supercomputer right now. These are hard facts. Our brain works in a parallel processing way. It doesn't work in a high, that our CPU is very strong. It doesn't work that way. It works in a diffused way. And the chips we work on, we what we make is like we make the machine extremely powerful, a brute force thing. So, there is no point in fearing about artificial intelligence because one, we are not there yet. The chips we use are so inefficient that we are even less efficient than a fly, which uses just 8,000 neurons to do learning. The current models we have are in billions of parameters, and our nature gets it done in an extremely small thing. So, intelligence is going to survive. There is no doubt about that. And intelligence is actually going to get valuable because of artificial intelligence. When average work or some memory based work is going to get done by AI, we can do more creative, we can do more strategic, we can do more even emotional aspect of the works. So artificial intelligence replacement is this fear is not true. Even if people on YouTube or Coursera or anywhere are telling you to be afraid, and there is no learn my course, or you're already doomed, both kinds of things are not true. Be assured that intelligence is going to be fine. We have had an extremely long history of human culture. This is a chart from timeline of a world history. It only charts last 5,000 years. History of humanity is at least 15 to 20,000 years. This is, in that we are going to survive. We don't live for the tools we make. In times of pyramids, nothing, we didn't live for stones. It was a side effect of what we were doing. In times of Rome and gladiator, we didn't live for gladiating. It was a part of the life they had then. Similarly, artificial intelligence is going to happen, and be confident in the how AI is less powerful than intelligence. So always human intelligence is what is going to be important, and how well we work with the artificial intelligence. Okay. So now next point, why artificial intelligence is yet to bloom. So if you actually check all technologies, smartphones, when they were new in the beginning, uh, not many people use them. They were rare, and after some time, it becomes so common that it is now default. So it started with iPhone, and then now everyone has a smartphone. So it's like around 10 years of adoption time. When something becomes popular and becomes part of everyday life, that is when it has become a everyday technology. Okay. So talking about why we have time to do AI, since ChatGPT and DAL-E, these two applications, which you type in the chat and it gives you whatever answer you want, whatever. It could be religion, science, physics, chemistry, maths, poem, poetry, art, whatever. It's amazing. ChatGPT was amazing that way. Or DALI, which is like you type a prompt and it gives you whatever image you type. That's again amazing. So these two things were so popular because of that. Artificial intelligence recently crossed this chasm where many technologies just die. They are not useful because people don't use them enough. We are just now in a time where it is becoming more common. AI is becoming more common. That is where we are at, where big companies like Nvidia, Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, they all are trying to build devices for all the majority. So we are not mature yet. Artificial intelligence is yet to bloom, because just like smartphone, just like laptops, just like even cell towers, any technology, we are in a time where it is just confirmed that artificial intelligence is here to stay. We have just crossed this chasm. And these companies are now building solutions and tools to make this possible. So that is why this, when something is yet to be commonplace and there are tools still being built, this is time of most misinformation. Okay, and that's why there is so much confusion around AI. So if you check this graph of hype cycle, this also says that artificial intelligence will require around 10 times to mature, 10 years to mature. And during that time, we are going to reach a place where people think that, why did I learn it? It's waste of my time and money, this delusionment. But in reality, it is actually valuable. It is actually very productive. It's we are just we weren't doing it the right way, or so we reacted too soon. So don't leave learning data science if you reach this dip. Artificial intelligence is important. It is going to be important. It's going to take some time to mature, and that time has not come yet. That's why I say there is still time to learn artificial intelligence until 2026. One final proof of these things, in talking about objective terms, is what AI requires is a lot of powerful machine, which means chips. And in computer chips, in 2020, Apple released a chip, M1 chip, which was amazing compared to all other chips until now. And then, since then, companies started, fighting for making better chips. So it took until 2023 when other companies also made a similarly powerful chip. Now that breakthrough is common, something which was so breakthrough then, which is like we have Copilot plus PCs, we have Snapdragon Elite X, we have AMD's new AI chips. All of these are equally good as Apple. So all these big companies are constantly going to fight with each other to make better and better chips, and it has already become possible. So we are going to get amazingly powerful AI applications by 2026, because hardware is going to be available till then. In 2022, ChatGPT came, or DAL-E came, first applications which captured public's imagination. So tools are yet to mature, chips are yet to be developed, and neither are libraries which are used to build tools. Hugging Face, is a library where you can get these codes like GPT. So if you want same thing as what GPT does, Chat GPT, those models and those codes is available in just one shot at Hugging Face. So we chips are yet to be developed. The big data sets required for this are still being developed, and the models are still being developed by community. So everything we require to do things perfectly and build products for it, it's still being built. So it is not too late. It is yet to bloom. And we have time until 2026, 2027. That's when everything will, I think, will get ready. And if you are ready by that time, you are gonna make amazing use of this opportunity because you are a, a, a expert in extremely powerful technology before it became powerful. That's why we need to do things strategically, right? So this is the timeline of innovation relevant to everything in AI. The relevant chips, the relevant applications, the relevant libraries, which are as good as ChatGPT. So don't worry, if time until 2026, and you still need to worry because it's not easy to learn. So how to learn? I want to give you a learning plan which actually is practical, which actually helps you learn. Artificial intelligence has so much confusion about how to go about learning it because there are too many courses and a lot of them are low quality. Okay. And then there is another problem. There are lectures or courses which are taught by people with top qualification like Andrew Ng, Feifei Li, Jeffrey Hilton. These guys are top researchers of the field. They are amazing, technically competent, but the course they have designed is not great for a beginner who is trying to learn a new field. So we have a lot of low quality resources. We have some extremely great high quality resources, but you can't learn from them because they're so difficult. And then we have people, who are like, just selling courses for extremely high money and then promising that we are going to make your learning easy. So there are so many problems in this field. Okay. You will get into these confusions and don't get caught into these traps. Let me give you a learning plan which will actually help you a lot more, and it takes care of these problems I talked about. So for that learning plan, if you go and check this link, I have built a Notion template, which is you can find. I'm gonna put the link in the video description. So this is this template. This learning plan is actually my own learning plan. I started focusing, I mentioned, right? I started focusing on artificial intelligence again in 2023, and I decided to master it thoroughly. And I went through all these problems in learning. There were too many courses. If you check these 59 links I have mentioned, they are just 30% of all other courses which are out there on internet. So if you have just 300 courses to learn from, it's of course chaotic. It's of course confusing. So it took me a lot of time to go through all of these and truly find the ones which are really high quality. So, the ones, these were the ones I started with, very high quality, but very difficult for a beginner. They didn't focus on everything, to focusing on the programming or focusing on the visualization or understanding. It didn't focus on that. So my recommendation, which I myself did, is doing these courses which I have marked as top priority. These are highly efficient. They come to the point of doing hands-on deep learning very fast. They also focus on visualization and explaining what is happening internally and giving us intuition. So these are very high quality also, and they are very good for understanding also. They are not just high quality and so dense that it is very impossible to digest. No, they are high quality and easy to digest also. And this combination with the minimum number of courses together, your learning plan will be great. So these are courses. I have put the links to those courses in the this thing itself. So if you just go here, it starts with Kaggle Learn courses. Okay, let me show you those links immediately. These are hands-on courses, which in less than 2 3 hours, here in 4 hours, just in less than one sitting, you write 6 codes, you do 6 exercises, coding exercises, and you know all the basics of neural networks in one shot. That's how amazing this course is. So with this as a starting point, with another course for computer vision as a starting point, you get started extremely fast. And then you build on top of this, you build your understanding on top of this, and you go keep expanding your knowledge. So then I have recommended this amazing course by Three Blue One Brown. Amazing because he is the only person I've found on internet which draws such amazing animations that it makes understanding neural networks so easy. Nobody goes into details like this. That's why these videos, these are so high quality that you should watch these videos at least 50 times. Each time you're going to learn something more. So this video is like you'll see yourself how pretty the visualizations are. Everything is made visual, and you can then connect whatever is being taught to whatever is happening in your mind, and then the code you write, everything is just amazing. So then that is the course I recommend after this. And then there is another course by Centex, again another YouTuber, amazing visualization, just love it. It's this, wherein he then visualizes the same thing as in Three Blue One Brown, but he does them in a bit differently. It's simplified so that everything is kind of like made sense in a descriptive way. So again, these videos, watch them 10, 20, 30 times. This is going to help you understand what is happening a lot better. Okay. This is a video which will need to be slowed down because so much thing is happening. So spend time and understand this thing. And this is going to be better than you attempting these 200 300 courses found on internet. No. Okay. So then some other links which are very good, which go into details very nicely. So then after that, I think you should focus on doing Kaggle competitions, which are hands-on projects solving some simple problems, but you get into habit of going on Kaggle and actually building your, applying your knowledge. So all of this thing makes your learning a lot easier to start. I have recommended start with vision, computer vision images, because images we can also understand, we can also see and understand. And there is another thing which is feature visualization by this website called as Distill. This is an amazing resource which not only talks about just the neural network, it talks about what the network is internally learning. And whenever we are working on images, we can actually go inside the network and see what the network is actually learning because we can understand the images. So you see here, if we see something like this, we can see, oh, it's learning shots and legs or something. Here you will see, oh, this is probably just learning a handkerchief or something. This is learning, it's immediately visible, dog's nose. But this is learning a building which is old architectural style. So images are easier to understand, that make your learning easy. And that's why these links focusing on the visualization. So I have included these 3 visualization links. They are so amazing. Spend time. I myself found 2 of these a bit later. I have spent a lot of time understanding this, but I'm going to spend more time on these two and master and consolidate everything related to computer vision. And then after doing all of this thing, these are the courses which are so amazing. Amazing in the sense because they focus on this Hugging Face library. I mentioned that these libraries are for public. They are not just for big companies like Google and Facebook who have a lot of money. And because they're publicly available, anyone can learn, contribute, customize, and that's where we become valuable. So these 3 courses, they are the cutting edge library, which everybody uses, immediately taught in these few courses. So Hugging Face, Tim, diffusers, and transformers. Amazing, amazing courses. To do this, you can also check my YouTube playlist for these courses. I have a playlist for each. It will complement nicely with the existing material here, and it's a very important thing. And by this time, I think you will have finished quite a bit of new computer vision related neural network. This is how it's been organized. Okay. And then when you kind of like reach this transformers, this is where you are actually ready to start learning something different, which is when we start working on language. Okay, we go beyond just images, we go into language. So then these are the courses, Zero to Mastery TensorFlow book, a very nice practical hands-on thing which gets you started immediately. And then immediately project a Kaggle competition where you apply and do the certification, do the competition. For these Kaggle competitions, I forgot to mention, write code in such a way that in just the code is so easy to read, write, understand, and you immediately are able to do the coding of the problem asked. If you check, I have given the link of my notebooks for these competitions, which have such a easy to read code that just in one shot you will understand the concepts, and it is also easy to write. Nothing complicated. It's this way you will simplify your learning, not complicate it. The whole aim of this learning plan is simplify your learning, not complicate it. And I have written code in exactly the same way. These codes are so easy to read and write and customize and understand. And if you have a problem, you can immediately go to what is happening where. This is how you should be doing projects and writing, so that you master all of these fundamentals. And you then, after mastering this, you go abroad and you then start applying the knowledge to solve problems. And then that this was focused on computer vision, and rest of these courses after transformers, now they talk about how our neural networks can work on text. So these are the few links here. So Hugging Face Transformers is a recommendation course, and three blue, one brown comes here again. These are again so amazing, and one of the only few resources in NLP which I liked, which were easy to understand. So this is just amazing. I mean, I have a problem that why are there are not enough resources like this? So this is just top quality one. There is one different recommendation. I will this Campus X 3 4 videos. These videos are not that deep technical, but it explains the topic in a very intuitive way. You can build your internal logic by understanding these videos. So even though they are not really popular in public, but in terms of quality, I would rank them really highly. So these two videos are great. And then rest of these things, I wouldn't say that you have to learn. If you just do everything which is a top priority, this is the minimum number of courses you need to learn, so that you know everything there is to know to get started with artificial intelligence. So that is the learning plan for you. Okay. While following this learning plan, you will find multiple problems, which is like either your motivation or it's just confusing. One of the early problems was for 4 or 5 months in the beginning, I was struggling on just same problem. The shape is not thing, matrix multiplication is not happening, or network is not learning. It's tiny problems which keep cropping up again and again. Or other problem is explanation is very complex, but the code is very simple. But you can code without understanding, but you don't understand how to change, things like this. So keep going. The topic is not hard, really. It's not hard, but it is definitely time consuming. It's a paradox. If it is not hard, if it is simple, it should be easy to do, right? No, it's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. Okay, so keep going, because after you reach the place where you have learned this, you can actually do anything, because artificial intelligence is a very general skill. This knowledge, once learned, will be applicable in every single aspect of career or even personal life. So keep going. It's a topic worth learning. And then there is another reason of keep going. It's going to be the golden age of intelligence because of AI. Golden age, you might not feel it's a amazing thing, but if you take a look at history of humanity in last 10, 15,000 years, this is a short snippet from a very amazing video timeline of world history. This divides the world into things we know: stone age, bronze age, metal age, and the latest modern age. If you see, every amazing breakthrough which has happened in that local group of time duration, where everything a culture had to give happened in that. So there was a period of pyramids where there was amazing innovation in how humans kind of like build things and their peak potential. And then after Egypt, not other people, not many things were of that scale of knowledge. And then after that, it was Greek, Athens and Sparta and all this. So it was this time where amazing constructions in Athens and this gladiator thing and Rome, all of this. So this was second golden age. So these golden ages are not that common. It's like we have just had a few golden ages, and everything amazing happens in golden age. We had recent Islamic golden age. After that, we had this amazing golden age of in France, which is Renaissance. So that was the latest golden age we had in 14th century. The reason I talk about this golden age is this is such an amazing time where everything changes at fundamental level. And if you do a good contribution in this time, it's like leaving a time in your mark in a history permanently. These golden ages are such amazing times that people are going to look back and it's going to be, oh, everything we have with AI, it started here. These guys did it. This guy did that. That guy did that. Blah blah blah. So golden age is an amazing time to be alive in. It is amazing time to make impact in, because things done now are going to be what make the foundation of artificial intelligence. And it's a field which is still completely new. It has just come out of where it is just public is convinced that it's amazing, and now everyone is running to provide hardware, software, libraries, everything to do with AI. So it's going to start an amazing time, and if we do it well, it is not only going to do amazing things for amazing things like maybe amazing games, amazing movies, blah blah blah. It is also going to help us solve the problems we are facing, like global warming or food scarcity. AI is so powerful. AI is so powerful that whatever it, because AI is what artificial intelligence can do everything intelligence can do, right? Human intelligence is so powerful and flexible. It can solve any problem if we put our mind to that problem. Same way, artificial intelligence is as general purpose as our intelligence, and we can use it to solve problems instead of just whining about them. Like, global warming, people are already defeated without even attempting to solve the problem. And the tools are so powerful that why are you giving up? So, I think these are the reasons. Is another reason you should actually focus on learning AI. It's an amazing time. It's going to be an amazing golden age, and the things you do are going to last very long.